Mr. Agarwal, always a pleasure to see you. Let's start first of all with the PM's visit in UK, and you were a part of that too. What do you see as an India impact coming in for that? What's your view on the retro tax, investor confidence, all of that?
You know, it was a historic visit of our PM Modi. You know, British government banned for everything to give him absolutely red carpet, and it was very well welcome. UK, not even UK, the whole world definitely looking India to invest, because China, they have done enough, and this is the largest democracy. They know that he get absolute majority. David Cameron says that I had a coalition government. This is the time, we are in a majority, you are in a majority, let's do something. So the whole world definitely looking to invest in India, and the Indian government is also trying their best to make sure to people to be comfortable to invest. But at the moment, definitely thing has to do more. It's in the ground level, things are a bit slow, for sure.
You know, I was reading somewhere that PM has come out, has coined this thing like Make in India, and Mr. Anil Agarwal has come out with Find in India, Mind in India. What more is coming out from your side now?
No, we all follower of our Prime Minister, and we want to support him, we want this thing to happen. It's very important because India, in general, people think that we are importer. That's the brand we have. We have to come out of it, and we should be that the people should come with the technology, make the investment, produce here, and that's what it has to happen. We have a $600 billion import, and this all import should be produced here, and that's the fundamental, and for that ease of doing business is most important.
Well, absolutely. So where do you see the road ahead if that has to happen? If we have to get out of this, bond or ban of imports coming into India in such a long way?
It is a mindset. It's a two-tier. One is the existing business, should have to be comfortable, sense of urgency. We are branded with the red tapeism, and that Mr. Modi been able to clear that, saying that we have a red carpet. So that message is going. So I hope people, because there is no dearth of money in the world. With a company like Vedanta, we invested $30 billion in last 10 years in India as FDI. So there is no dearth of money in the world, but people looking at comfort. Making money should not be a sin. You pay the full tax. People should be comfortable. Decisions should be faster, and these things are very important.
Taxes and levies is a very important point because almost all corporates are really pressured under that. What's your sense? Where do we need a policy change? How fast and where?
We talk about the cost of money. In the world, the cost of money is nothing. In India, it's cost 10%. So government has to do to reduce that, and probably that's very, very one of the important thing. Mr. Modi is what he's saying, that the self-certification, which says that we believe in you, and we have these norms, and you self-certify. You don't need to have a clearances. And then if you don't, if you find anything wrong, we will be heavily penalized. So these things will definitely help to get more investment.
As soon as they get implemented.
Yeah.
So what's your sense on investment in India? I mean, you just talked about on how much the kind of money that you have invested, even as you raised foreign capital, you have invested in India. What's your sense? Where do we need more investment? When we talk about Make in India, Digital India, where is that money coming in from then?
We have to stop importing gold, and we must produce our own gold. We must produce at least 50% of our energy security. We must produce our own fertilizer. We must produce our iron ore. Iron ore itself can change. I have a Tom Albany, he says we have same geology as in Australia. So if you start producing 3 times, 4 times more iron ore, things will change. So this is, I'm looking forward, and I'm looking 10 more companies like Vedanta to be in India, and that will be my dream come true when we find that these things are happening. Well, the world-class peer, whether you call it all the oil company, Exxon, Total, these companies come to India, or BHP or Rio or Anglo, they come to India, and it is very important they have a confidence in India and invest.
All right, so talk about the policies in India then, and we just talked about the red tapeism here. With that kind of thing, do you see those kind of 10 more companies then coming to India? Because investment in mining, exploration is something that the people still are, a step away from.
No, this new act has come, MRD Act, and it's very clear that they're going to auction it, and it will be a very transparent process, and people will come. There is no question, but it's very important. Today the world has melted down, and it's very important that the Indian company to be fully supported sooner than later, straight away. So they remain healthy, and that will be the biggest reflection to the world, that how do we don't look at all the time out of window. We look at in our house and say, house should be in order, and then we look at outside window too.
So would you say when we want to achieve the dreams of Digital India and Make in India, are we still very dependent on the international money then, international funds? Because FDI opening, of course, FDI opening has been a big boost right now, but are we very dependent on capital inflows even now?
Whole world is dependent. The international pool is whole. Even if you go UK, they are looking for investment. When they say that we have invested in India $30 billion, Tata has invested huge. They are the largest employer in UK. So the whole world is look for the investment, and India investment will come. Simple policies, let people work. And the most important thing is our youth in the country has a tremendous capability, and definitely the whole world is looking how it is a human resource. It's a tremendous human resource. Plus parallel the women empowerment which is there. You see all toppers are women, and this all our business also have potential to create semis. Semis is a word in the world. Semis, more and more semis comes, like aluminium. Aluminium is a green metal, is the best business for India. We produce 3 million ton. If you look at China, China is dumping 50% aluminium in our country. And they are supplying below their cost because government is subsidizing them. It is very important the government, even as they have done it for the steel. Steel import is only 10%. They must put safeguard duty, must give us a protection so industry can survive. And if aluminium industry survive, 10% of the population directly or indirectly in China is dependent on the aluminium. And the whole conversion is taking place from steel to aluminium. And this industry, like each car, should be, today we have a 330 kilos, is going to be almost 600 kilos contain of aluminium in the car, like a radiator, the body, all this will be almost 500 kilos. Same thing with the iron ore, same thing oil and gas. Oil and gas, I have a plan to, we have to invest $10 billion. But I have to arrange this money, I have to put in this money, I have to see the future, how it will work. So these things are very important. If this happens, at least 10 more companies should come.
So policy changes is the key point here.
Policy changes, and to understand the industry pain and to resolve it instantly.
Vedanta, as all other businesses, all other companies as well, has seen its ups and downs. Where is your core focus right now?
My core focus is to reduce our cost, to develop the innovation and technology. I have a phenomenal team which is supporting me for this, and they all are ready to accept this change because prices has fallen. But we are the lowest cost quartile, and I'm looking to be the winner.
Just talking about the commodities, and the street blames China for, first of all, heating up the commodity prices so much. And with China slowing down, we've seen such a slump coming in for commodities also. What's your sense as an industry, as a company, and in sense of commodity prices going ahead?
China consumption has not gone down. They have not increased, but the level of consumption is the same. there is no new resources coming to the world. There is no resource of any kind is coming to the world, by and large. On the top of it, India is coming. India, we have a double-digit growth. With this, I don't foresee things going down. It's a very temporary position, but it's helped Vedanta, company like Vedanta to cut the cost, to remain there. So we'll have a better position, time to come, whereby we'll be in the front runner.
You know, everybody seems to be repositioning their businesses, cutting their capital expenditures. We've seen Glencore come out and shut some smelters, Rio Tinto, BHP Billiton. Everybody seems to be really doing that. What has been Vedanta's way forward to, stand tall in all of this recession?
In our zinc business, we have shut down our Lishin mine. We have some of our mines are not behaving well, so there'll be some shortage of the metal, but we are supporting as much as possible. So in general, this is definitely what you said, that the other company, we have a little bit better position because we are in India, we are in Africa, we have a home market. That give us a comfort. If we get government, ourselves, market together, will definitely change India.
We look forward to that. You talked about gold earlier, and yes, India imports gold, consumes gold. We have a cultural, emotional relationship there as well. But gold mining in India somehow just hasn't picked up in all these decades.
Yeah, it's very interesting. The Kolar is one of the famous gold mine in the world. It's been shut down. The Supreme Court has said that it should not be shut down. They have asked government to auction it. And I can tell you with my experience, these mines, even we find a lot of patches of gold in Rajasthan, everywhere. If the exploration policy which they're opening up, we have gold, we have resources, and we will be in position to produce gold. It's all about exploration, empowering people, supporting people.
Is Anil Agarwal interested in those gold mines?
I'm interested in anything in resource, anything. Look at, I'll tell you a beautiful story. I'm Rajasthan. I always think of water. And I've been working with my cane people, and says, you look all the time, oil under the ground. Why don't you look at the water? And this is, in Rajasthan there is no water. In Barmer is a desert. Believe me, I'm declaring this to you, we found huge belt of water in Barmer. So this is, sometime I would say we are lucky, and sometime we find these things. So anything which in most transparent manner, we do use very strong technology. We will do everything possible for developing the resource.
You're doing very well in zinc. I mean, that is one of your major businesses. Silver seems to be coming out quite well as well. So what are the growth targets for a couple of these going ahead?
Zinc is also moderately doing well, but there are a lot of challenges. In silver is we'll be producing in couple of years about 1,000 ton, which is quite a substantial quantity. And I'm definitely looking. I have come to Rajasthan to create a silver park, where the huge because we have a craftsmanship here. Two park. One is to develop the industrial components which made by the silver, and the jewelry and other household things for the silver. And I'm requesting the Rajasthan government to develop a silver park which can be made in Rajasthan, and we will supply silver to them, and thousands of jobs can be created by this.
Another thing on your list really seems to be the fertilizers now.
Yeah, because these all are associated. We have a rock phosphate mine and we have a sulfuric acid. Our CEO is very keen to set up a fertilizer DAP plant. It will cost about 500 crores. We have a rock phosphate mine and we have some sulfuric acid. But later on, Rajasthan is a phenomenal place. Rajasthan is so mineral rich. and the human resource and the culture and the tourist, this can be the front runner in India. We have a potash. They found the potash, and with the new policy, if they can auction these, even the marble, we have sent 7 times more marble. If you see the best marble, the Taj Mahal is made by the Indian marble. If you see the Victoria in Calcutta, made by the Indian marble, and we have all that. And if you can cutting, polishing, everything can be done in Rajasthan. I have a very strong feel 1 million jobs can be created only by through the marble. And government is coming out with the policy. This government is, I'm not the part of it because it's not my business. But anywhere we can help to open up this industry and create job and develop this business will be great.
So is there a timeline that you have put out on fertilizers and marble both as...
marble is not my business, but fertilizer will come into 2 to 3 years time, maybe in production.
So what is next in pipeline then?
We are very clear in oil. We really want to work very hard. It's very hard to convince the investor. Share price has dropped massive. People don't believe that the government will be favorable and all this sort of a thing comes. But we are so vocal for India. We are ambassador in India. So I'm looking short to medium term to produce 500,000 barrel oil in cane, may cost $8 to $10 billion. I'm looking 1.5 million ton to be produced in zinc, lead, rock phosphate, and it's required again $5 to $6 billion investment, and we'll be doing that. In iron ore, we are very keen to ramp up the production. We are very keen. The new leases which comes up, we will participate. Huge investment required. Each mine open up requires $5 billion. The potash mine, if they come up, potash will take the maximum investment, $5 to $7 billion. These are the things will open up our country. So we have a huge challenge at this point of time because prices has fallen. Our people are together, and to face this, some of the clearances which we require from the government, we would like government to do it faster, so we can continue to remain healthy. Our share price should perform better. Our investors should. We have first time in 10 years we skip our dividend, and we say we will look at end of the year. So you can understand how conscious we are to make sure that we move on.
Okay, I want to change tracks right now.
Yeah.
You've come a long way from where you started to where you stand very tall right now. How would you compare those times and times now, which really seems to be like a startup culture? One great idea gives you $1 million. I mean, that's how we seem to be at this point in time, a very strong startup culture. How was it during your time? I mean, I'm sure you had ideas, you wanted to start something as well. Do you think people have it more easy now, the economy has it more easy, the youth has it like that?
Yeah, it's a good opportunity, isn't it? Market value more for telecom or software or technology. But you will be surprised, in our company, the front, all the time we are talking about technology. It's technology, whether you're doing the logistic, whether you're manufacturing, whether the environment, is all about upgrading ourselves, do better. And this is technology. We in our company will be the very technology friendly company, and you will see we'll be again top in position in the world to using this technology and branding ourselves as a technology company using for ourselves.
So are you getting into technology?
No, our people are working all the time. Whether they're producing the oil or producing gas or transporting or producing zinc, how this can be useful. But I fully agree that I really wish well, because our Indian people are getting good branding.
Is startup a phase right now, or do you think the times have changed in that sense?
I think time definitely has changed, whereby the investors are more friendly with the tech company. it does not mean that because our business, without that, world can't survive. So, but it has to be integrated. The technology and the resource or the manufacturing has to be integrated, and that integration is taking place, and people who are in advance doing that will be the winner.
I just want to come on the company specific yet again. I mean, oil and gas hasn't been a money churner for you. What's your sense going ahead? Because the prices have been lower, the government hasn't been very, as you said, hasn't been on a very positive policy mind there.
Yeah, but this is again the energy security for our company. Energy security for our company, and I'm very bullish. I'm going to work as much as possible with the government to. I believe that we have hydrocarbon, we have gas, and I would like at least 10 more companies to come in for oil and gas, to produce oil and gas. We should not be happy that we are saving money because we are importing less price, but it should be more that we must produce our own oil. But Cane India is doing well. We're still making some margin money, and we are looking to be more efficient. Time to come.
So while we have talked about all the commodity prices and they still are trading on the weaker side, there is this huge threat about Fed perhaps going ahead and raising interest rates. China is still slightly on a slowdown. When it comes to the next 1 or 2 years, how do you look at the commodity prices?
I'm not bullish. I'm not bullish, but there will be correction. There will be correction, and again I'm saying the company like Vedanta, which has very strong footing, we are fully determined, and we are the lowest cost of producing. Everybody is going to die, but we are going to die last.
So, I hope you don't die in all of that. But going forward, what really is the fundamental factor that you are watching out for in this market? If we are looking at perhaps a further slowdown or a substantial consolidation going ahead, then what would you want to focus on?
No, I want to hold on what we are doing to remain as a. But I don't foresee, because there is no, as I mentioned, you will not. There is no discovery. There is no new mines being opened. So the production is not going up. At the same time, as I said, that the China is not reducing their consumption. On top of it, India is coming, which is a double digit. So I don't. Maybe short term there is a definitely some pressure, but long run, I feel that price will correct about 15 to 20%.
Further from here?
On the
higher side. On the higher side. Okay. Final question then. You are here for Resurgent Rajasthan. What kind of investments are you looking to make in Rajasthan over the next couple of days? I mean, are you committing something?
Yes, we have a plan to invest about 20,000 crore in Rajasthan. More than half will be cane, and rest will be in the zinc. As I said, we are this will happen in 2 to 3 years' time. So this is our commitment to the Rajasthan.
And to India then? Are you looking at the other states as well?
Yes, we have a business in Goa, we have a business in Chhattisgarh, we have business in Orissa.
Are you looking at further investments in coming years here?
Let's talk about Rajasthan first.
Done deal. Thank you so much. All the best.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.